everybody, happy Friday. Today is Friday, March 27th, 2009, and have you missed me? I know I've missed you guys. This has been an interesting week because last Friday we learned a model and every day this week was the same exact one. So in lieu of basically airing the same video every single day, I just set you off last Friday on your own to create 6 of the same models, the same pieces that we made last Friday, and then today we're going to put them all together into what they call the executive toy. I've heard from a few of you throughout the week wondering where I was and if I was able to do this, because those of you who also have this calendar have struggled somewhat, and I did as well, and I did eventually get them to fit together. My challenge is going to be how I can show you what I did with any clarity at all. So keep your fingers crossed so that I'm able to do that, and gather up all your pieces, and they should all look like this, and we will get started. Alright, so the pieces that we're putting together today, just as a refresher in case you didn't see last Friday's video, are very easy to make. And all you're doing is taking your piece of paper. In this case, this is a plain white piece, so it doesn't have a colored side. But what you would wind up doing if you had a colored side is first you would fold it in half on the diagonal in both directions, with the white side facing up, facing you. And then you would flip it over and fold it in half in both directions on the horizontal and vertical, and open it back up. And then what you'll be able to do when you open it up is just fold it down on itself, and the colored portion, if you have a colored and a white side, the colored portion would be on the outside. Okay, so what we did, we made 6 of these pieces, and then we put them together. So let's just look at this as it's put together first, and that way you'll get a concept of what we've done. If you'll notice, each piece, and if you're looking down on it like this orange piece has 4 sides to it, just like this piece does. And in this case, 2 of them are to the inside of the pieces adjoining them, and 2 of them are on the outside. So these 2 parts here are overlapping an adjacent piece, and then this one and this one are underneath, inside. And that's kind of the way this works. You're alternating inside, outside, inside, outside. So as you're folding, this one's outside, or as you're putting them together, this one's outside, this one's inside, this one's outside, this one's inside. And you'll see that that plays true with every single piece. and it works on whatever axis you're looking at. So in this case, if I'm looking at this plane here, the pink are on the outside, and the one on the same plane on the opposite side, the gray, is on the outside, while the other 2 pieces are on the inside. If I switch the plane around, so in this case it's the plane now that the orange is on, the orange is on the outside on one side, and the black is on the outside that, and the other opposite pieces are to the inside. And finally, the last plane, this way, white is on the outside, blue is on the outside, and the other ones are to the inside. So that is how it all fits together. So let's take this apart for a moment and see whether or not we can figure it all out and get it back together. So trying to come up with a way to show you how this works, it's just harder than you can imagine, and I think I've come up with a way to show you. I'm hoping that you'll be able to get it from what I do. the first thing I want you to do is to take two of your pieces and you're going to put them base against base, matching up so that the flaps are lined up like that. And what you're going to then do on one side and then the opposite side is to fit two more pieces over top. So let's say I take this pink piece, I am going to then put it down over top of these so that each one of these sides is over the two that were just sticking up. Okay? Now you have that one is holding on top. Flip it around and you're going to do the same thing on that opposite side. You're going to slip one of your other pieces over top. Okay, like that. Are you with me so far? Now the last bits are going to go on these opposite sides. Now you have to keep in mind though that you're not just slipping it totally over the top of that, because every other piece gets tucked inside. Okay, so you can see what I did here. The orange basically went right here, and I slipped the two of the arms inside the blue and the black and put the other two to the outside of the pink and the gray. And what we're going to do is the same thing on the other side now with my white piece. There we go. Okay, so here it is. I've tucked the one arm inside of the black one, and this one is still to the outside, and it's going to get tucked. It's going to get tucked inside this blue. Okay. And there you have it. Now, just like when we started out, the ones that are on the same plane are to the outside. So the blue and the black are on the same plane and they're on the outside. Pink and the gray on the same plane and they're on to the outside. And the white and the orange are on the same plane and they're on the whites on the outside. And if you look down at it like this, it alternates outside, inside, outside, inside. Outside, inside, outside, inside. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So start out two pieces base to base, and then take the two more pieces over one side and then over the other, all the way over the top. And then the last two, on the last two open bits, you're going to weave inside, outside, inside, outside. And at that point, it will pull it all together and you'll have your executive toy. Ta-da! There you go. Okay, so that was it, our executive toy. Pretty easy to make all those pieces, not so easy to figure out and to be able to show you how to put them all together. So I hope that you were able to follow along and can figure it out. Next week, we're back on to a regular schedule. There's a different model every day. So I will see you back here on Monday. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and before you know it, we'll be right back here. Take it easy and have a good one. Bye.